Alright, hello everyone, how are y'all doing?
Good.
Woo! So first, I want to thank you all for being here, and I know it's been a long day listening to all these speeches, so I want to start off doing something a little different, but it's going to take participation of you guys, so can I have everybody stand up really quick? Awesome. So now that everybody's standing, I have a few questions for you all. So please sit down if you were one of those who knew exactly what career you wanted to pursue while in high school.
You're lying.
So now sit down if you had a supportive counselor or other influential teacher who encouraged you to pursue specifically STEM-related fields. Now, please sit down if, while in high school, you participated in some type of workshop or STEM event that inspired you to broaden your perspective on STEM fields. Okay, now look around at all who's standing still. Expected there to be a little bit more of you guys, but that's okay. So it looks like not many of you were encouraged to think about such opportunities available to you. Looks like that's the case for a lot of high school students, especially those coming from a Hispanic or Latino background. And that's exactly why this ALE VP position is so important to me.
Can we sit down?
Yeah, no. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Sarina Grijalva, and I'm currently a freshman studying optical engineering. Being a recent high school graduate myself and still fairly new to this whole college community made me reflect a lot on my past experiences. I'm very fortunate to say that I come from an extremely supportive family who really value furthering of education. So I grew up knowing that I was ultimately working towards going to college, and then just 12 short years later, I find myself a senior in high school needing to make some really big decisions regarding my future. And what seemed to be such troubling decisions, like what prom dress am I going to wear or who I'm going to sit with at lunch, turned into like, what do I want to do with my life now? So I always knew I was eventually going to college, but all of a sudden I was here, it was real, and I was scared out of my mind. So college is something that all high schools strive to prepare you for, but there's one thing that they can't do, and that's that they can't give you the slightest glimpse into what you're going to experience. And sure, they can help advise you, but no one can predict what those experiences are going to be like. That Chem 151 is going to be an absolute headache, and that it's actually not the end of the world if you get a D on an exam. That check becomes your best friend. Just kidding, I didn't say that. That for some reason, Einstein's Bagels does not accept gift cards because they're like a franchise under student union. Anyway, but the most importantly, that you find your home away from home in SHIP. So SHIP really is like a family, and that's something that brought a lot of comfort to me and reassurance as like a shy, scared little freshman. I found SHIP thankfully through my sister who told me to come check it out. But for those who have never heard about SHIP, if there were only a way to help those kids find out about SHIP while also advertising STEM-related workshops. If there were only a way. Oh wait, there is. ALE-YLF. Or well, now it's ALE. So what better way to bring kids together as one collective team working on challenging tasks while having fun? What better way to spark passion and fire in their hearts about fields of study of their interest? And what better way to inspire the students and participate in a huge leadership role? So I intend to do exactly that. SHIP really is all about familia and outreach. Like, think about it, what good is familia if all your primos stop having kids? Similarly, what good is SHIP without its members? So from the very first meeting I attended, I experienced this warm, welcoming feeling right away. And I want to ensure that those qualities are passed down through generations. Not to sound too cheesy, but SHIP is an experience of a lifetime. So what you put in is what you get out. And I've gained many friendships and had great memories here. I've been able to participate in the fundraising committee, the banquet committee, leadership. I've even sat in on several e-board meetings. And my personal favorite, ALE-YLF. Rafael Maricruz did an amazing job this year, and I'm so happy to have been a part of it. Given that I served on the committee, I gained a lot of insight onto the procedural process and how they went about doing things. So, but with everything good comes, you can always get better. So I plan on making improvements such as moving the date from April to March because there was a lot of opposition against high schoolers having testing during April. I also want to create and implement a more efficient way to grade their workshops because it's kind of, I want to just make it fair, a fair process. And also implement new workshops that include different majors like optics and computer science and things like that. So I'm also very excited to work with the Director of Operations, the new position, to have be my right-hand man or woman. And yeah, so vote Sarina Grijalva as your ALE VP and make your experience worthwhile.
We got some minutes for questions.
Oh.
You know, having a bunch of students is always the best thing for this event. So how do you plan on like going further beyond Tucson? Or is that something you want to do?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to expand. I know we had 10 schools this year, and that was really great. I plan on advertising it more, reaching out through social media, even high schools, maybe even going to talk to several high schools who I'll like make the trip and just talk about ALE and what it's about and try and get people more interested that way.
So a big part of this event is reaching out to those students who come from underrepresented communities like you mentioned, but a lot of people who need it most can't afford to have a bus bring them over. How do you plan on addressing those communities who are really needed?
So addressing that, I would definitely talk to our treasurer and figure out any scholarship opportunities that we can do, or also look into different sponsors from companies. I know that's a lengthy process, so I'll get started on that right away and just look into scholarships to offer.
Being part of the board is about, well, being a leader. What attributes would you say that you have that make you a leader?
I would say that definitely I like to implement my perspective, and I really like listening to other perspectives. So as a leader, I think it's important to listen to each other and to understand where we're all coming from and get everybody's perspective together to create and implement a new strategy towards things. I think that I'm very capable of being like held accountable, and that very reliable, and any task I'm set with, I do it to my best ability.
Okay, thank you, Sarina.